Hi, my name is Dan and this is Engelgeist. Welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. Have a look around. I have all sorts of videos on here. Please have a look and tell me, what you think. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you for coming back to watch the forecasts. And to my Patreon subscribers, thank you so very, very much for your support over on Patreon. For those of you that would like to support the channel, you always can there's many different ways. One is Patreon through a subscription service if you would like. You would get the forecast a little bit earlier than it's released the morning the day of. You would get it the afternoon or early evening before, the day before. And then there's other things over there on Patreon you can look up or ask me any questions. You can also like, share, comment, subscribe. Those are great ways to support me in my business endeavors and this channel without having to spend any money, and it's super appreciated. If you do subscribe to the channel, please hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I go live or when I do other videos. They will, when they post, you'll be notified so you can watch them. What else? And then if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do so at Engelgeist333. So we've been having an interesting week. This forecast, just so you know, is for today. This is for Thursday, the 6th of February. We've been having a little bit of repetition going on with these cards. I'm not exactly sure. I think that some of you might be reluctant to either get the message or it's just really firing home this idea of hope for the collective. Spirit really wants to get this message out there. What was I going to say? This is a timeless message. So for those of you that are tuning in and it's not February, it's like some random date and this is in your autoplay, watch this video anyways, because I do believe that this is set up to be timeless. It is a message for the collective, for the highest good. I trust that Spirit will get this message to you when you are ready for it, whether it is February 6th or not. I will be traveling during the 6th through the 9th and back on the 10th. So just so you guys know that, if I'm sort of unavailable during those dates, that's the reason why. And what else? Ways to get a hold of me if you want to message me on my Facebook business page. You can do so in regards to booking a private reading, or you can DM me at Instagram. Oh my God, I sound like the kids these days. All right, let's look at the forecast for today, the 6th of February. Ooh, beautiful. All right, so we're still on this crazy energy of, it feels like all major arcana or aces are coming out. I don't know. To me, I interpret this as very heavy, intense energy. I feel like there is stumbling over my words because, all right. The major arcanas that we have been getting, guys, have been things like the moon, the Hierophant. Major arcana to me always signifies bigger life lessons, bigger energy, bigger decisions needing to be made, that sort of a thing. They tend to be more pivotal in our lives, right? But what I feel like with some of these is that they feel quiet in a way. Like these might be quieter, smaller decisions, but they're having a larger impact, right? Or the act of maybe trusting our intuition a little bit more right now during this time of year is actually having much more significance than we maybe realize. Now the Hierophant here, to me, this speaks to that sort of idea of institutional knowledge, of what we've gained, what we've learned, what experiences have we had in our lives that we can sort of like chalk up to our own internal wisdom, right? And to me, when we're coming in off of all of this, we've had the Ace of Swords show up 3 times this week in the forecasts, and we're only on day 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, day 5, right? We're on the 5th forecast, but out of 3 of those, the Ace of Swords has shown up. This says to me that a lot of that trusting of the intellect, trusting of the mind, that inspiration that we're finding, some of us here with this Hierophant, it feels to me like we're actually learning something. We're actually chronicling and becoming wiser. We're gaining some sort of centered wisdom. There's a peace with the Hierophant. There is a steadiness with him that I feel like we need to access today. We need to own whatever it is we've been sort of doing mentally the last few days with all of these aces that have been coming up, these Ace of Swords. We need to own our own strength, our own spiritual awareness, our own sort of wisdom that we've acquired throughout our lives. And we need to hold ourselves in that kind of respect, right? That's sort of what I get from the Hierophant also, is that he's a person to be sort of respected. I believe all of the major arcana deserve respect. I mean, all tarot cards generally deserve respect, but to me, this is about us acknowledging our own sort of internal knowledge and awareness that like we've acquired from whatever experiences, both good and bad, that we've gone through, right? Speaking from a place of authority, speaking from a place of awareness, and really letting all of that Ace of Swords energy settle in. I feel like that's what this card is showing up and saying to us, is that whatever we have been doing mentally, that we've been adapting, changing, being more creative, more dynamic in our thoughts, really paying conscious attention to our minds and embracing it and utilizing it in a way that's been positive, hopefully over the last few days. It's put us into this position where we can actually settle in and go, okay, I've got this. I have the knowledge, I have the awareness, I am sort of centered. I love that he looks like he's meditating, right? I love that he looks like, we had the moon, I want to say. When was the moon? The moon was on Monday. The moon was that idea of sort of going inward, maybe connecting with spirit. To me, this is like going inward, and we know that we're connected to spirit now. We don't have, there's not the questions that I feel like the moon maybe presented to us on Monday. Now, here we are at Thursday, and I feel like if we've been paying attention and we've been doing the work and been connecting mentally and spiritually, we have that awareness and we have that strength of knowledge within us. So utilize that today. Operate from that place of sort of just centered awareness and graceful knowledge. Okay, that would be the Hierophant for me. Now let's see what the Work Your Light has. I will be traveling, you guys, from the 6th to the 9th. I'm going to be in Florida doing a mediumship conference. So I will be there studying mediumship. So if you guys do try and message me and I don't get right back to you during these few days, that's why. Just be patient with me. I will respond. Also, please let me know if these forecasts are making any sense, if they're resonating. I love to hear comments. And if they're not, you can let me know that too. You could be like, girl, you are full of bullshit. But I don't think that's the case. I think that there's really an opportunity here for us to kind of grow into who we are and what we know. Beautiful. Wow, it's like this is his wife. Oh, I love it. So this is transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Guys, this is like, I mean, if you look at them, they're both seated together, they're both centered, they're both in this beautiful place of kind of trusting who they are. It's almost like he's reaching his hand towards hers and she's reaching hers towards his. These two decks blending together is really kind of spooking me. It's amazing. I love that there is this healing that's taking place. We had that tower moment at the beginning of Sunday's reading. Whatever we might be feeling like we're going through, if we've actively been working our mental space with those Ace of Swords energies and now starting to adapt and calm down into that, this healing is taking place. There is this balance here also in these cards of the masculine and the feminine. There's an honoring of both aspects of self that I love here. There's both are sort of seated in like almost treating themselves like sort of royalty in a way, right? Honoring ourselves, allowing ourselves the grace and ease to be sort of okay with who we are and what we know and really believe in it, right? Be centered in that fact and allow for that to lead us, right? And she brings about this beautiful healing at the cellular level. There's a transformation that is taking place, guys, whether you realize it or not. And I hope that you're not missing this transformation. I hope that you're not fighting it. That might be the tower that we saw on Sunday. Some of you might be resisting it. Some of you might be sitting there saying, you know what? You're full of shit. This isn't happening. It's not working for me. Everything's happening to me. It's not happening to you, dears. You're creating it. You're putting your focus and your attention on it, and you're allowing it to perpetuate. And if you don't realize that and you don't draw yourself back and clear up your thoughts and utilize the Ace of Swords energies to get yourself to this place of centered healing and awareness and balance, you're going to end up sort of maybe doomed to repeat it some more until you get it right. I feel like this palindrome energy that kicked off on the 2nd, right? Which was Sunday, the beginning of this week, guys. That palindrome, that 20202-2020 portal is open. These cards are talking about it. These cards are telling us there's a transformation that's taking place. We can heal ourselves. We can trust ourselves. We can believe in ourselves and what we know to be true. We can utilize that knowledge to empower us in ways that we maybe haven't been able to in the past. But we have to trust that. And so, your grounding stone for the day, this is just a sort of a stone that you would want to ground in the energy today, is hope. Find hope today, guys. Find hope in the possibility of transformation. Find hope in your wisdom. Find hope in your ability. Find hope in your capability. Remember the grounding stone that was on Sunday. That was that generosity on that tiger's eye stone, right? Where are we being generous with ourselves? Where are we giving credit where credit is due? Are we looking at ourselves mentally in a different way this week? Are we actually transforming that? And from that transformation, is it creating a level of healing for us? Is there power in our own hope around our own growth, in our own ability to know and be knowledgeable and be centered and at peace, regardless of what's going on around us? That's all of that Ace of Swords energy. We get a choice whether or not we go in charging, fighting, swinging the knife and acting a fool, or whether we sort of operate differently, choose something different. Don't bite at the trigger. Don't emotionally get tripped off by the things that have been happening to us over and over again for, God knows how many years. Now is the time to transfer our way out of that, to outgrow that, to sort of expand in such a way that we transform ourselves, heal ourselves, trust ourselves, become centered, even marry ourselves in a way, right? We balance our masculine and feminine energies, and we move forward in hope. Hope for a different realization, hope for a different reality. That hope creates that reality, guys. All right, that is your forecast for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tune in tomorrow to see where this goes. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.